I should teach you everything you need to know about bull riding one time. Not rocket science. I mean, it's 8 seconds. Everything you need to do to ride a bruiser, long john, any of them. You do it the same way right there, sitting on that drop barrel that's going straight up and down. There you go. Keep moving your feet there. Set it. There you go. Keep your body going that way. There you go. Legs going up and out over. Yeah. Doing it to make a little money, I can understand. But if you want to be the best, you better fucking mean it.
Ultimately, only history will tell where JB falls amongst the greats. But you have to be great to do something like that.
When I was younger, I had a box of VHS tapes. I could tell you every rider, every bull, what his score was, everything that happened on every tape in there. You could randomly pick one out, stick it in the VCR, hit play. When it popped on, whoever showed up, I could tell you who it was, what the bull was, whether he rode him or not, and if he rode him, what his score was, and exactly what happened, which way the bull turned back. I paid attention to that kind of thing, and I was always like that. And I didn't necessarily really choose just one bull rider. I watched everybody. I watched the way everybody rode.
He's won 13,500. He was hot 7 months ago, but he hasn't shown me all in the last 6.
Look at Terry Don here.
Hang in there, Gilbert.
Spice up 97. Come on, Jethro. Come on, Jethro. Keep it humping. That boy. Yes, sir. Pay the man.
I felt like I was built more kind of like Lane Frost. He was kind of tall, lanky, skinny, had longer legs. So that's how I went about it. I felt like the way I was coming up riding, my style was closer to his than it was anyone else, like Tufts or Terry Don's. And, I've told a lot of guys, I've seen some kids that have a lot of similarities to Terry Don. Well, that's what I tell them. I said, go buy DVDs of Terry Don and watch him ride. You ride more like him. So that's what you need to go focus on, how he did things, because your riding style is closer to his than it is mine. The things that work for me is not going to work for them because they have a completely different riding style, but the basics are still the same. Whether you ride with knees drug up in them and hardly touch them with your spurs, or whether you're reaching down there getting a deep hole with your spurs, you still have to make the same moves. It's front to back.
Well, of course, we have the computer with smoke boiling out of every corner of it right now as the sheets go through. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the score.
Jumping and kicking, whether it's turn back to the left, turn back to the right, whether you're right-handed, you're left-handed, you ride every bull the same way. You make the same moves every jump. Don't look at him spinning, but watch what he's doing with his upper body and his lower body. Bull's jumping and kicking, front to back. That's what I always tell people. You ride front to back. When you start riding side to side, you're riding this way instead of front to back. And you know, the ranker the bulls you get on, the more power they're going to have, and you really got to ride the front. You know, I've heard a lot of guys teach lift on your rope, lift, lift, lift. Then I've heard a lot of guys say, you know, push, push, push. It's not one or the other, it's give and take. Depends on what kind of bull you're getting on, what you got to do. You know, if you're getting on a long john that's really going to rear and drop out of the sky, yes, you have to push and drive yourself out over him and climb out over the top of him, because if you're a hair behind him when he drops out of there, your face is going to hit the back of his head the next jump. So, I mean, it's give and take. If a bull kicks out of there and he's turns back and he's not really kicking flat and fast, then you lift the whole time. Lift on your rope, keeps your hips up there, and then you make the correct moves with your upper body. You know, so it's not just one or the other. Like, you have to do both combined.
Time to turn